What I want to do is, it's about my grandfather, and he was born in Scotland, as were my parents, and he came over here in the early 20s and did some work for a couple of years to get enough money to bring his family over. And his dream was really to become a U.S. citizen, and he saw that dream through. And this is his song, and it's called Big Land. Alex was born in Scotland in 1889. Agnes was his beloved. They were married in due time. And a young son was born to them. Soon another came along. And they were a fine young family in this wee Scottish town. And Alex had dreamed about living a life in the land far away. So he hopped a freighter and headed out west. I'll be back for you someday. 19 days later he landed in a place where the seagulls fly. And he worked for 2 years as a tenter, saving pennies to get by. And he grew up dreaming of living his life in the big land, free to think and to do whatever he pleased. And he spent the last 16 years of his life working like a fool to give his wife and his children their very own dream. He'd send a few shillings whenever he could to his bride across the sea. And he prayed to the Lord, "Oh, Reverend One, please bring them here to me." 2 years later, his family arrived in this little town by the sea. And together they did what it took to get by in the land of the free. And Alex was proud when in 38, I believe it was June of that year, his heart was pounding as he swore to the man, "I pledge allegiance, I am here." And he'd finally made it. His wife and kids were equally proud of the crown. But 4 months later, our Alexander was laid into the ground. They laid our Alex down. And he grew up dreaming of living his life in the big land, free to think and to do whatever he pleased. And he spent the last 16 years of his life working like a fool to give his wife and his children their very own dream. And he grew up dreaming. Thank you. Thank you. Big Land.